Hey, Amaro. My name is Aiden Edwards, and I'm here with.
Ingrid Griffith.
So today we just watched the first ever performance of the solo woman Shirley Chisholm act. Can
Yeah.
you tell us about like your experience up there on that stage?
Yeah, well, it was very hot today.
It was hot on
It
that
was a
stage.
90-degree day, so it was very, very hot. But I was glad to be here. I am glad to be here, and was glad that everybody showed up. And yes, I've written a one-woman show. So I play Shirley Chisholm and 15 other characters. And I've been doing this for the past 4 years. And I take it to schools, I take it to museums, I take it to churches, I take it to theaters across the country. And it's just good to be sharing it with
Yeah,
Earl Monroe students.
what was like your first one of the first places you ever been to, and compare it to like one of your favorite, like your most recent to like today?
Okay, so my first was right after COVID. A theater called me from Atlanta and they said, we want you to come for 8 weeks. But we don't have a theater. What we do is you go to different people's homes. Like people book the show from us, and they would invite their family or friends or both. Sometimes they invite the public. But so for 8 weeks, I went to different homes every time, and different parts of the metropolitan area, but different people, different living rooms, different size homes. And I was like, I don't think I can do this. It's and everybody's so close. Like they're here. The audience is right here.
Yeah.
And it was like, but I said yes because I wanted to show the story. I wanted to share the story. I was writing it since 2017. So I was finally finished, and I really wanted to tell everybody about Shirley Chisholm. So I said yes, and it really worked out. It was really on a shoestring in a way, because I was away from home. I live in New York City, but I had to move to Atlanta. I was staying at someone's place. So it was, it was not like comfortable, but I really connected with a lot of people, and we used to have talkbacks after the show like this. And there was something very special about, after I do a performance, to sort of hear your thoughts, and you ask me questions, and somehow I feel then it's complete.
Yeah.
So it's compared to Atlanta and tonight, this was part of that process as well, which is lovely.
Like in the sense of your love for storytelling, what has like Shirley Chisholm done to make you fall in love with her character and how she's like portrayed herself through all these years?
She has done a lot for all of us. I didn't know that for a long time, until I started researching, which was in 2017. But women's rights, Sikh program at colleges, at CUNY colleges, City University of New York colleges. There's a bill she passed in the 1960s that's still around, where it's called the Sikh program. So students that are not quite prepared for college, that program will give them tutors, have them come and take extra classes, and give them like a stipend, but really just supporting them throughout their college careers so that they can succeed. And she passed that bill, and I used to teach at John Jay College. I'm also a CUNY graduate. I went to City College.
City College?
Yeah,
Oh, CCNY?
137. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know about that school.
Yeah, I went on 137th in Convent. So I sort of have been part of, because of Shirley Chisholm, there are things that I was benefiting from that I didn't even know until I started researching Shirley Chisholm. So it's like a full circle, and I'm very happy to be sharing the stories because she's an amazing human being. She was doing a lot of things that we still don't, some of us still can't do today. I mean, she was the first woman, congresswoman, but, over 50 years ago, she ran for president.
Yeah. It's really it's really amazing because when I was in like middle school, I actually did, I remember it was one of my earliest like slideshow presentations I actually did on Shirley Chisholm.
Really?
So
What did you do? Like,
it was like,
anything you remember?
all I remember was like, it was just a regular middle school. It was like
Right.
history class, and it was one of the first presentations of the year. So I was just looking up important like Black women in history.
Right.
So I just stumbled upon Shirley
Or-
Chisholm, and then and I was just researching about her and stuff like that. So being here now really for me it just brought everything together from what I learned back then.
I'm
like
so glad
what
to
I'm
hear
learning,
that.
like now.
Yeah, because there are a lot of politicians, a lot of women doing other things that help us to get to where we are, and we don't even know them. So I'm like, I appreciate that you knew her since middle school, and that you got a chance to see me play her.
Just a little glimpse of
Yeah.
her back then. So it
Right.
really
This is now the full story.
Yeah, full story now.
Right.
So like now that you've like did the first show in front of like an audience like Irma Rowe, like what is the next step in your career as like in showing Shirley Chisholm's story?
Well, I'm going to be doing it again in New York next month for Juneteenth, and then I'm going to be going to London, the UK. I'm going to be sharing it there at a theater. It's probably going to be like a weekend run, like a Thursday through Sunday. It's not going to be for a long time, but I'm excited about that. And then I'll be back in New York like September. And then I'm heading to, I've been touring it, so it's like I have to think. I'm going back to Georgia to do it in October as well. And I am currently writing a third solo show. I can't tell you what it is, but maybe you'll hear about it, or you come when you visit New York, you'll come and check it out. Yeah, you know, because you're going to be in Buffalo, I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely like come back, you know, just to like see the area.
Yeah, of course.
But like, what is like your most favorite part about just telling the story? Not just telling like the story. What is your favorite part about like just doing this in general?
So, I get to act because originally I always wanted to act, but then I started writing because I didn't like the parts I was getting. So I started writing stories I wanted to know about and not just, whatever. So I'm acting and I'm playing all these characters, and it's just for me, it's empowering, and it's like, all right, now I'm getting to show my skills, besides writing, which I love, but playing different characters in this particular show really helps me feel like I'm like, the range is nice, because I like playing her dad. I love playing Shirley Chisholm, but I also like playing her father, and so I get a chance to play, Yeah.
I was sitting with a couple of my friends in the crowd. They found it like so impressive that like you like had the ability to like memorize that whole thing. So what is it like trying to memorize and like playing it back in your head and playing it in front of a bunch of people like you did today?
It's practice. It takes a while. I remember when I was starting, I'd be so like, oh dear, am I never going to get these lines? Because it really does, you have to give it like a good 3 to 6 months of practice. And what I tend to do is like work on different characters. Like I work on the dad, for all the lines of the dad, and just the dad. And I'd have somebody just read the lines for me, or I tape it. So I'm just playing the father, like if my role was just to play one person. And then after I do that, maybe for about a month or so, then I switch to the mother, Shirley's mom, and I play her all the time. Because it's like trying to get the lines in your head, right? And so the jumping is hard when I'm trying to memorize. So if I memorized Shirley Chisholm's mom's lines, and just that for a while, I feel I'm focusing just on that. And when I feel good and ready, I move to the next character.
And then like at the end, you just piece it
and
off.
then at the end, it's the merging, which is another 3 months, which is another
like segment
process, to now bring them together, because it's like I forget the lines. Line, my director's like, line, let's get the script verse. It's crazy. I remember my first show I did. It was right after COVID, and somehow, because I wasn't acting, we were all locked up in our homes for a whole year, and I did it at a cultural club, and I couldn't remember where I was going. Like, I couldn't remember the transition. Like, I know if you tell me, there's something like, where's Shirley Chisholm? She says something like, and I became intrigued by U.S. history. I don't know, she was saying that, she was called awful names. Things got worse in high school. And she was called awful names. And then she said, but I liked school. And became intrigued by U.S. history. And then I switch into, Mom, I'm not going because I don't want to go to the prom.
Yeah.
But that switch was like, where am I? What's next? Line.
Yeah, I know.
This is on stage.
Yeah, but because when I was watching him, I'm just like, it's just switching back and forth,
Yeah.
back and forth. And then when it's like switching back and forth, I'm like, oh, you're playing like different roles of Shirley Chisholm's life. So,
Right.
so it really like helped me understand it more, because it showed me how how other people were reacting to
her.
what she was doing. Yeah.
Exactly. And how, certain people in her life, how they affected her,
Yeah.
and how she interacted with them, and how she changed them or they changed her. Because like Mac, the guy who was her the political manager, he was like, well, you don't come in here and change things. Like, this is my, it's like my house.
Yeah.
You come in telling me what to do. And she was like, well, I want to run. I want to do better than you're doing. And he was like, well, it's not going to happen. Not in here. So then later she calls him and she says, could you be my political manager? And he was like, you're calling me? I haven't spoken to you in a long time. And then he says, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And there's something about that that's important for us to understand. Sometimes it's, we don't have to be great friends or great, have everything in common to work together on something good. And I think Shirley Chisholm was good at that, not because this happened, you and I, who are on the same page with other things, can't work together. She finds ways to work together,
Yeah.
forming coalitions, because we cannot get far if we don't. And I think that's something that I hope came across, that she was not holding grudges.
Yeah.
It was like, this person's a better person for this job, and I know it, and I want that person in my, on my team.
Yeah.
And that's important.
So like, what does like that, what you just said, what does that mean to like a scholar like me, or like all the other kids that were just watching it? Like, what does that mean to like an Emerald student?
Well, I should ask you.
Oh, so basically, like, what it like means to me in my eyes, I feel very like inspired, like motivated by it, because I know that like the people I meet on an everyday basis are not just gonna like agree with what I'm saying, or like agree with everything that I like project to them. Like, an example, I recently, like in October, I went to like a posse interview where I was trying to be a leader amongst other kids that are my age and look just like me. I mean, although it was a challenge, like trying to be a leader, it also was a challenge, like trying to bounce off other people's ideas and trying to like work together the best way I can, and for like our
good intention,
Yeah.
the intention that we have,
Yeah,
right?
for,
Because
like,
for the
the
good,
benefit,
yeah,
yeah.
for the benefit of something that you all feel strong about.
Yeah.
And I think for Shirley, she was saying that is so important for us as a people, as a society, to get far, to succeed. The pulling apart, and you said this, and you don't look like me, so we can't be that close, or whatever. It's not that. It's something bigger, and
Yeah.
we should know what's bigger. The most important thing that we should be working towards, and I think it's a better world. I feel that so I hope that came across as
Yeah,
well.
it definitely did for me, and I hope it did for all the other students there. So thank
It
you.
was a great crowd.
It was a great crowd.
They were rooting for me.
Yeah, they was. At the end, they were cheering.
Yeah, they
so
were.
loud.
Yeah. I was like, I should stay here more. I should move in.
But yeah, thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for being here, and I want to say thank you to for having you here on behalf of like people like Mr. Rios. So here. I
Thank
got some
you.
flowers.
Yellow, my favorite. And roses too. I love it. Thanks so much.
Yeah, of
Thank
course.
you, everybody. And good luck.
All right, thank you so much. So guys, if you guys don't know, applications still open for the 26, 27 year. So make sure you guys apply and come to the open houses coming soon. Click the link in the bio.
Thanks.
Thank you.